What do you guys think? Is it more dangerous or more likely that Russia will use nukes as the country they are now, or if Russia splinters into different countries and that's when they will use nukes? What do you think is likelier?
I think the risk is higher right now rather than later. There's a misconception that when Russia or the Russian government collapses, that something very evil is going to come up. I think this fear is overstated. Most likely, what will happen is someone will take power and they will want to negotiate in some shape or form for Russia to regain some status. That's what they will try to keep the country together as much as possible, and they will try to reach out to the West and to China, to everyone. So the fear is vastly overstated. That's my opinion.
What about you? What do you think?
Could you ask again, please?
What do you think is likelier? For Russia to use nuclear weapons now as the country they are now, or if Russia gets split into different countries, is it likelier for them to use nuclear weapons then at that time, after they're split, after they're separated?
After they're separated?
Into different countries. If Russia
now, or which is more dangerous, if they use this now, or
if Russia is no longer a country, there's many countries instead of Russia.
Will be separated.
Yeah, many countries. Yeah.
After that, they can
what's
use,
likelier? What's more likely?
More scary if they use it now, because now they are more powerful and bigger. When they will be smaller ones, if I understand you correctly, smaller, I think they will have not so much power.
Yeah.
And it will be possible to control them more when they will be divided.
Yeah. That's well said. What do you think, man?
It's like safe. There's a lot more danger if they do split.
A lot more danger
if they do split up.
If they split up. Okay.
Because it's like what if one republic uses them on another republic, or because the missiles are pre-programmed to hit somewhere, then who's responsible? Why would they be bothered if some states just want to become more powerful in Russia itself? What kind of responsibility do they have, like morally or politically? What kind of political responsibility do they have on the world stage not to do that?
I think there's something here that we need to also clarify, is that currently all of these nuclear weapons, they have safety mechanisms. You cannot just go into a nuclear silo and shoot a missile. It's impossible. There's a lot of safety devices around them. Currently, the only person who can click a button involves a series of codes, and Putin or someone on the high command of Russia needs to be involved in that decision. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. It doesn't mean that with a few years and some technical expertise, you can reshape a missile and pick up all of those safety mechanisms and then shoot it. But it's not immediate. So if Russia collapses, I don't think that there's any situation where they can immediately use nuclear weapon unless they are in power. Is there a danger that there is nuclear proliferation, like these weapons start to be sold to other countries? Yes, there's a danger of that. That's a real possibility.
Or they could
usage, it's a bit more.
They could sell them a lot on like the black market, the terror market.
Yes.
They could
But then again, the Russians are becoming very cozy with the Iranians right now, and it seems like the Iranians are planning to scrap their nuclear plan with America and start a new one with Russia and just continue where they left off. So they might just start selling those nukes before they even split. It's also a possibility. I think the splitting of Russia will be most likely similar to the splitting of the Soviet Union. Although there are some key differences that we need to keep in mind. The Soviet Union didn't split because of a war. It split simply because it was untenable. It was not tenable long term. The people didn't really want to be part of it anymore. I mean, they never wanted to be part of it. But when the government started loosening their grip on the other nations that they were controlling. They just said, oh, we have the freedom to go, then we would like to go, we'd like to leave. And it all went downhill from there. But in Russia's case, they still hold a firm grip over the people that they control right now. And the independence desire in those people seems to be smaller than the independence desire in the different nations of the Soviet Union. So that's the difference. But there are a lot of similarities too.
It's like, coming from their perspective, from the republic's perspective, are they stronger as independent republics, or are they stronger as one republic together? But then it's like, if Putin's regime does collapse, who takes power? If the whole, probably won't, but if the Moscow regime does collapse, who then takes power? Maybe they should be fighting. Stay fighting.
I guess we have to ask the question: do we prefer to keep Putin in charge, or do we prefer to have a small risk of somebody else coming to, coming to power? I mean, look, I think I kind of agree with Guy on this one. That in this situation, whoever comes after Putin is not going to be the same as Putin, and is not going to go the same way, because it would be just stupid. Obviously Putin is not going in a very good direction, and if they just keep going in the same direction, it's kind of suicidal, isn't it? I don't know if anybody will follow them. Look, I'm not saying the Russians will protest against committing war crimes. No, they haven't done much. Some Russians did. I have respect for them, but few of them, right? Few of them. Most of them are depoliticized. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, they will never follow somebody who they know is leading them to defeat. They would follow someone who's leading them to war crimes. They would do that fine, but they won't do it if it's just suicide.